Good morning, guys. This is just a sneak peek of what I'm going to be getting into for this upcoming Monday's video. So stay tuned. No, I'm not planting, I'm just planning. That's all flower seeds. This is what's left of vegetable seeds. I donated a lot to the efforts for the floods that were in Tennessee last year, so I don't have much left, but that's okay. I'm going to go through and see what we have and go from there. So stay tuned. Okay, so here's my rough draft of my garden and what's in there now and what's going to be in there when I need to direct sow and when I need to start seeds. I mean, this is really rough draft, and technically the only seeds I need are Amish paste, and I have a request out on Seed Wish Wednesday, which is a hashtag on Instagram, where it's a free seed exchange between Instagram people. So you might want to check that out. I'll link it down below in the video. But so I'm going to wait before I order any and go from there. But yeah, this is totally rough. I just wanted to see what I had and where things can go, because the garlic is going to be the last thing to come out probably in June. So that spot will probably be dead until next late fall. And then the Brussels sprouts, if they make it, those will also be, that space will be dead until next fall. So, and then I have onions, and then when they come out, tomatoes can go in. After amendments, of course. And like I said, I'll get this all drawn out pretty, but there's just a rough sketch. And then all my melons and pumpkins and my peppers are going to have to go out into our the new garden space. So that means I'm going to have to get working on that. So that's what I will do. And here pretty soon I will take you outside and show you some progress on the garden. Okay. Today's pretty cloudy. We're supposed to get some rain again tomorrow. Through the weekend, we got 1.5 inches the other day, which is not a lot to some, but to us, that's amazing. We actually have water down there in the little creek. But yeah, yesterday, no rain. Today, no rain. And then, like I said, tomorrow we're supposed to get about 1 inch. And then about 1 inch each day through the weekend. So, but what happened on, well, it's not that what happened, but I haven't been really checking on things per se. But I happened to walk by some of the brassicas down there the other day, and I went, uh-oh. And then that made me walk through here, which is, I'm seeing good things. Broccoli crowns are starting to form. But these were loaded in aphids. So I don't know. I was trying to look at my timing on when they got planted, and the neem pellets should have lasted through now, but they didn't. So, and I ran out of neem oil, so the only thing I had was a synthetic pest control, which I know, but we're not using organic soil. So, and I have to wait 3 weeks before I can harvest anything. So I felt pretty good about it. And then that big, huge rain kind of knocked everything off. I did come out here yesterday to take a look. This is all just dew, but yes, we have broccoli. But look at that. Look at the little boogers. That's just damage. That's just damage. See, they're in there. So yeah, I did this synthetic pest control. And what I've noticed too is that some of the broccoli plants sent up multiple stalks. So that's actually pretty awesome. So that one has 3. That one has 2. Let's see. This one has 2, I believe. 2 or 3. This one has 3. And then yeah, that one has 2 back there. This one just 1. This one's sending up 2. And I think it's because the the way that they curved when they were coming out of the ground, yeah, it just sent up multiple stalks. This one has 3 pretty good ones going. Look at that. And they're forming crowns. So let's see what we got damage going on in here. Yeah, look at those broccoli crowns forming. So this is good news. Did I want to use the synthetic pest control? No. But like I said, that's all I had on hand. And then as soon as I get it under control, then I'll come back in again with the neem pellets after the rain kind of subsides for a little bit. Everything's really liking the rain. Of course it is. Oh, I forgot to bring out, I was going to sow some radish seeds because they're only 29 days. And this is amended soil. So I think I'm going to just do this whole thing all the way down to those onions down there. So I think I'm going to do this whole thing. I'm going to do 2 rows. And then I have some beets I think I'm going to do in that spot right. I think I have some beets I'm going to do in this spot right here. I'm just trying to see what time frame works, because I have only been able to grow beets one time, and they weren't, it took a long time, and they ended up getting really woody, and I think I only ate like 4. So I'm going to do beets right here in this spot, and then like I said, I'm going to do radishes probably from here all the way down. There's a celery plant. Oh, look at that poor thing. Look at it. That is going to take me forever. Forever. And I'm off this week, but I've had kind of a little bit of a, I guess, a cold going around. It's been pretty mild, really. And no, it's not any of the things. Just regular old cold. But, yeah, that poor thing is ridiculous. Oh, and you know what else didn't do well? Well, the birds have liked it, but it just hasn't taken off, is those spinach that I've planted. Look at that. And there is something that got in there seed-wise. Look at all that, like grass. So I have no idea what that's about. So as soon as, like, after the rains, I'm going to get in here with a little hand fork and just kind of cut all this back like I was supposed to. And then this, we had wind gust up to 40 miles an hour. So there's stuff blown everywhere. There's a magnolia over there. Let me see if I can zoom. I don't think I can. Oh yeah, I can. Look at that magnolia. So we need to actually stake it into the lawn because that ground's too soft. I need to get these poppies moved out of here. The calendula moved out of here. This is just, yeah, there's just stuff blown everywhere. I've just left the covers on the ground in case we get up to a freezing night. I can just pop them back on. Yeah, I've just been staying inside. I've been coming outside for a little bit of fresh air and to walk around a little bit, get the blood pumping, but not enough to do any damage. So I'm going to check on the chickens. But yeah, I just wanted to show you that broccoli. Oh, and I hear my Gene coming. Oh, I thought he was coming home. Oh no, that's one of his parents. So anyways, that's good progress on the broccoli. And I'll show you the stuff as it comes up. Also, when we get out of this rain spell, I need to get the trees sprayed. So between the holidays coming and me kind of getting under the weather, and then the rains, the trees did not get sprayed, but I do have time still. So that's nice. And then here in a week or two, it's going to be time to prune these back. So there's going to be lots of stuff outside next couple weeks. Kind of excited. And the hollyhocks, yeah, those need to be cut back. But the new growth, it's kind of like they succession plant themselves, which is pretty awesome. And then there's ones out there with the blueberries. I'm not sure how to feel about that. But I was showing you the the seed catalogs and stuff, and there is stuff that's going to have to go out there this year. Whether it's level or there's boxes built, may not be. I may start to get that corner right there because that's where the low spot is. So I may get that started with a block and such, and I'm going to order a commercial seed or weed barrier fabric. I think it's by DeWitt, but I need to get those weeds pulled, and yeah, this is going to be like a multiple day venture, that's for sure. But yeah, a lot of the stuff that I'm wanting to plant, melons and squash and that type of stuff. And then my peppers, I just realized I won't have time or a spot for the peppers by the time everything else is done. So I kind of screwed up there, or where I want them to go to where I can reach them all the way around, you know, like be able to walk around them. So they're going to have to go out here. Thing is that is heavy gopher and vole territory. So everything's going to have to be in raised whatever with chicken wire underneath. Because that's the only thing that has kept them out of here is chicken wire. All these beds have chicken wire. The small gauge. I think it's what, 3/4 of an inch. Yeah, every single one of these beds has chicken wire at the bottom of it. And the only time I've ever had any problem was when I planted carrots and I didn't raise the soil in the beds. And when I was harvesting carrots, I was scraping fingers on chicken wire, but see, the soil's already went down below the halfway point already in this one. I think in that front one too. That's what I call bed 1, 2, 3, and 4. And see, that's sink too, which is fine because this has all that crappy dirt on top, so it's going to get amended anyways. And I'll just go to the nursery, a different nursery, and get the good stuff. That's just how it's going to have to be. And then the way things are planted, how the garlic, when it gets harvested, I can't plant anything. I won't get harvested till June. So in my area, June is, we're getting into summer, and I'm just not going to be able to plant anything there. So carrots should be harvested by then, and I'll be able to grow, I think I scheduled cucumbers? No, peas. Peas going here. Green beans, just bush green beans, this whole bed. Last year I was so frustrated, and then stuff was so expensive that, so I'm going to probably do that many green bean plants. I think there's, what, 24 broccoli? 20, 28. And then the cauliflower is doing really good. Brussels sprouts, kale. Brussels sprouts will take the longest, so I won't be able to plant anything right there. But when the cauliflower's done, I'll be able to plant stuff in here. So I think I'm going to put dill here and parsley down there. And then I'm going to put cucumbers on there. This is still see, things aren't perfect. They are not perfect by far. Look at all those, goodness sakes, from the freeze. Okay, that's just how it is. That's life. That is life for sure. So I'm going to, I got 2 eggs, which, you know, 2 eggs a day, there's just 2 of us. So I make my husband's breakfast sandwiches every day, and I use the big eggs, and that way, because his breakfast sandwiches are kind of like on the slider buns. So 1 big egg will do 2 sandwiches for him. So, and then I eat 2 eggs every day. So that's just keeping us in eggs. But yeah, like I said, so this will end up being a tomato bed. I'm leaving this cage up. This I think is going to be all celebrities. Yeah, all celebrities. This is going to be half beefsteak and Abe Lincoln. These are coming out, and that's going to be all Amish paste. So, because they can go in after the onions should be done by then. And then on the end of this bed and the end of this bed is going to be the cherry tomatoes. And then we'll see. I might use the grow bag since I'm going to use better soil in them. And then I can tap into that line right there to water them. So I might do grow bags too for peppers or the celery. Celery takes like 110 days. So, and I'm down to 1 bag in the freezer, which I didn't even know I had. So I've been buying celery, and it's just 1 serving of celery. That's how I freeze things, is in servings. So like when I froze corn, it was like what a can of corn would be. Bell peppers, it was the equivalent of what a large bell pepper, so about a cup. So that's how I freeze it. Bell peppers, we actually have quite a bit left. But, oh, there's birds. They're wanting to get in. I just threw the chickens some scratch. Help keep them warm. So, all right, guys, I'm going to go inside, get some stuff done in there. But I just wanted to show you what this outside in real life looked like. Good morning, guys, and Happy New Year's. Hope everyone had a safe and wonderful time, whatever you were doing and whoever it was with. We just hung out at home and kept it kind of quiet. So today the winds are super crazy outside. They're like gust over 25 miles an hour. So I was going to try to pull weeds today because it's a gorgeous clear day as far as days are concerned. But the wind is just ridiculous. So I'm not going to get much done out there. What I am going to do is work on some stuff on the inside. And, oh, there's a red-tailed hawk going into the creek. Oh, wonder what he's getting. When you have a dog that plays outside and then comes inside. So I have dust everywhere. Usually I do house cleaning on Mondays, but today the floors are getting done because he walked by and the dust just flew in the air. So I need to work on that. And then I wanted to talk about something else. Hold on. So Jessica over at 3 Rivers Homestead, I'll link her YouTube channel down below. Every January and February she does a pantry challenge. I'm sure you guys have seen it. It's everywhere. What I'm going to do is I already did a meal plan for the month of all of our dinners, just because our breakfast and lunch are usually the same. My husband eats the same breakfast every single day. And then I have a few different things I bounce back from. And same with our lunches. If it's not him having leftovers, then he just takes a sandwich and some fruit that I've canned and chips, or some coleslaw or some salad that I make. So today what I'm going to do is start on that. Next week's video will have just little glimpses of what I did every day as far as our meals go. But, you know, this week those are what's for dinner. And then if there's any leftover for lunch or to freeze. So, and like I said, I'll just show glimpses of it. Today is the broccoli beef over jasmine rice for Jean and cauliflower rice for myself for low carb. Excuse the shadow. I'm in the kitchen. But anyways, I'm just going to get started on that and go check out her channel. She also is on Instagram. The hashtag is 3 Rivers Challenge. And anybody who participates, if they do post on Instagram, it's fun to go look at that hashtag and look at all the different varieties of things. You know, I just make what we like. We happen to like a wide variety of food, so that's what I will be doing for us. The goal, there is really no rules, as you'll see. The rules are kind of, it's what just keeps you honest in it. Some people, you know, have allergies or things that they just can't go without because of kids or dietary needs or whatever. We go for dairy and fresh produce. I do have some canned fruit, and I have some frozen vegetables that I do need to go through, actually. So those will get eaten up here. And that's what the goal is to go through what you've put up from your harvest, or getting something on sale at a ridiculous price, you know, the stock ups. And it's to clean it out so that you don't keep adding to it every year. You use up the oldest item and you move through it. And the goal also is to not stock up to do this challenge, or to have to stock up after the challenge. Yes, we'll all have to go to the store afterwards because we'll be either tired of making bread if we don't normally make bread all the time. I do about every other week I make bread. And my husband's breakfast sandwiches are on a certain type of, actually they're on a certain type of dinner roll. But what I'll just do is on my bread recipe, I'll just take one of the loaves and just make rolls. And that's what he'll have for his breakfast sandwiches on half of the month. Because I do have some from my normal shopping. Because when I normally shop, I stock up anyways. So what I'm going to do is, like I said, every day I'll just show you a little bit of what the item was on the menu. Oh, sorry, I digress. Is part of the challenge is so you either go hardcore and you don't go to the store at all, if you can, or you set yourself a really small budget that would cover those things that you absolutely need. And that's what it is things that you need. If you can live without them and substitute something for in your cupboard, that's what you should be doing. Our budget is $20 a week for dairy and produce because we don't need anything else. I don't count for adult beverages because that's just how I'm doing it. So like I said, you do you. Anyways, so I will be sure to show all of that. And oh, there goes my husband. Going out to check the dog, or go out to check cows. Let's see if I can see him. Go out to check cows, and he's taking our dog and our dog's sister. Although I think she's changing her mind. Which is weird. She goes out with his dad. And my dog follows along, but she doesn't. That's funny. So, I'm going to wrap this up and get to cleaning. And I hope you guys have a great week and a blessed new year. So remember to always be kind and do what makes you happy. See you soon.